One, two, three. We are back again, and here is Freedom Nation for Beginners, and we're going to put a little bit more of me saying, "All right, could you hear? Talk to me, baby." Let's bring it down, son. And we're so in the chair again. Try to make that like that. So here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. We are back again for another live session of Freedom Nation for Beginners. And I am very happy to be doing this morning. This is a special day. Let me tell you, this is a special day. How can I explain it to you? When I say this is a special day, I mean like... That's what I mean. I'm adding sounds inside this thing. I figured we should get a little more radio. Who says that Howard Stern should be the only one to put that inside there? So for you, Howard.
Fatality.
All right, I know I'm getting crazy with it. But it is a really special day because we're doing something really special today. And what we've done is we've released the beta version of our My Freedom Wallet app, and it's released. It's in. I'm here to show you a sneak peek. We still have some cleaning to do, some stuff to straighten up, but just the application of it is amazing. Then I also want to introduce you to a couple things. But before we go too far, I want to kind of show you guys. I want to share something with you. We've been having these conversations about legacy and about what legacy means and so forth and so on. And, get some good mornings in. Philip Hightower, always, brother, good morning. Daoud Ekbar, salam alaikum, good morning. Kashta, good morning, brother. All those who are watching, please do me the favor of sharing. You save me from having to take up our time sitting here by sharing this in other groups. So, as always, brother Kashta, please share this into Wakoinda. Sister Katina, good morning, good morning. Salam alaikum. Mustafa, good morning, salam alaikum. Marquez, Hassan, Monica, and Jason Zimmerman Bay. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I want to show you this. Now, wait. I've got something much more special than this to show you. But this is special, too. So I want to show you. This looks like crap, right? Look at it. Take a look at it. It looks like crap, right? I agree with you. It's not the most special thing that you've ever seen. But this in here is water and flour. Wait. Hold with me for a second. Stick with me for a second. Hear me out. This is water and flour, okay? Now, everybody else, please share this into your other groups. Open it up. Let people know what we're talking about today. You definitely want to share. Remember, Freedom Nation is not here as its own little individual world. It's here to boost the worlds of other people's initiatives and communities so that we're all successful and we all cross the finish line at the same time. You know what I mean? So, check this out. This is called a sourdough starter. Now, the science behind this is that you put water and flour together and you just leave it for like 3 days. Now, 3 days is enough time for that water and flour to pick up what's in the air, not the bad things. It doesn't become a home for bad. You put it in a good place, but you pick up the essence of your space. I can tell you it's microbes and everything else, but you're picking up the essence of your living space. So this is from the Freedom Labs and the essence of the people who live there full time. It's captured as a substrate in that water and that flour, and then it begins to eat on the proteins of the flour and then capture its offspring inside of it. Without using any yeast, without using anything that's foreign, that's from somewhere else, because yeast, remember, yeast activated too. You're taking in somebody else's stuff. We take this, put it in our bread. We make bread with water, flour, salt, and this starter. Once we activate it by growing it a little bit more, it'll grow all the way to the top here and we'll know it's ready to activate. This makes real bread, but I want you to think about legacy. Starters can be passed on, sourdough starters can be passed on for 100, 200, 300 years. Imagine your children eating something that was the essence of the collective of you, your kids, your grandkids, your other kids forever. Listen, one of the things in the world, like I said, we really want to push as we go forward is our legacy and our culture who we are. We want our identity to be set. And this is so simple. It's so amazing, though, right? And I knock it. Like, one of the things I scream about lately, this is for a rant, not for Freedom Nation for Beginners, but the next rant, I'm going to talk about the roles of men and women. You want to get in on that. Trust me. Next rant is about the roles of men and women and the power of those roles when they are traditional, actually. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. When a mother, because dads, we do it, right? But if we out there working like you're supposed to be, feeding the family, you might not have time to. But when a mother passes something like this on, this is the legacy for life. This is the legacy. This is the mama's name. Mama's name written all up in this joint. You actually giving the essence of your mother to your children when you use a sourdough starter. I just want to have a little quick, because I'm on my low carb diet, and tomorrow is my cheat day, and I'm using this bread for my cheat day. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to take in a little bit of the essence of Freedom Labs into my soul as I eat through my food. Imagine what other people's essence you taking in every day when you eating stuff you don't know nothing about. Think about that for a minute. When you think about taking on other people's aggression, their mindsets, their everything else, do you really want to do that? I don't want to do that. That's not my thing, How about y'all? Y'all go ahead and tell me what you think about that. How do you think about passing that? The power of the roles of men and women. Yes, Sister Katina, I'm getting deep into that on the next rant that I do, right? And I think I'm going to make a lot of folks happy and piss a lot of people all off at the same time, so that means it'll be a good one, right? So let me give us some more shout outs real quick. LaShawn Patrice, good morning. Margaret Price, good morning. Nyaso Unguvu Ngambo, good morning. Alexandra, Jeanette, Ron, Raheem, if I ever slaughter your name, you better let me know, because I don't want to slaughter nobody's name. LaShawn, Willow, John, good morning. And if I missed you for somehow, I apologize. Like I said, tell me what you think about the legacy piece. A lot of folks don't know that, but the legacy piece is serious. And one of the main things that we're trying to create in the Freedom Nation is just the essence that everyone has their own culture and their methods and their methodologies and their systems and their consistencies, and they need to have ways to keep that and pass it on. I don't know about you, but I would love to be eating bread. Like, when I go in my refrigerator and open up bread, to be eating bread from a sourdough starter that was started by my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. That would be great for me. That would be great. Unfortunately, we haven't done that very well. So talk to me. I don't hear anything. That's what I'm hearing right now. Y'all got to talk to me. Remember, this is a two-way conversation. We're doing this on Facebook Live so that we can speak to one another. Tell me if you're irritated with the sounds. I just found this soundboard. It's awesome. It's like a big soundboard. Got all these little buttons and stuff. That's great. That's going to be a good one. I'm tuning into that show. I hope you do. I'm going to actually announce when that one's actually done. Like I said, once again, I'm going to say to everybody again, share this as much as possible, because we're about to get into it right now. We're about to get into the amazing thing I have to talk about. And trust me, it's nothing in the way of small. It is huge. It is a culmination of almost a year's worth of work coming to fruition right now. You ready? So my announcement that I have to make, I'm pulling up my phone, right, is that we are releasing the My Freedom Wallet app. Well, let's get it in there. Get into Zoom. There's the My Freedom Wallet app. That's a picture of a guy that I took in Fez, Morocco. He did this awesome work. I think I have some of his work nearby my hand somewhere. But that's a picture of him making. Hey, I got to show it off. Hold on. Right. Just in that one picture, he was sitting there making these cups and these chalices. And if you can look at the detail in that, right, I think that may be too close. But if you can see the detail in that, the gentleman on the My Freedom Wallet, if you ever open the My Freedom Wallet app and you have the chance to look inside of it, then that guy is literally making that cup with a hammer and a nail. That guy's making that cup with a hammer and a nail. Yeah, that symbolizes what this app is and what it means. Now I'm going to log in. You can't see my login. It's my login. I'm not going to show you my login. I'm going to log in myself as Farouk because I want to show you that this is live. This is working. We have done it. We have created an entire economic system integrated with Freedom Village, Freedom Labs, with stores and everything. We didn't set out to create some cryptocurrency that we had to then figure out value. We thought through the value from day one, right? From day one. I want to show it to you because I want to show you how it works, and I'm going to tell you everything to sell. Brother Bakir, there's the mayor of Freedom Village just joined in, right? So let's take a look. Here's my Freedom Wallet. This is my balance. Get my phone back up. Okay, that's my balance into my Freedom Wallet, right? All right, so it's live, okay? Live, and I wish I could do a screen share from here, but it's not so easy. I'll figure out an app that lets me screen share from the phone a little bit later on, right? But for right now, what I'm going to do is we're going to hold it over here just a little bit, and I know it's going to be a little blurry, so you guys are going to have a little patience with me, but here's the thing. I'm going to hit a scenario. I'm just going to show you around a little bit. Remember, in my Freedom Wallet, we think about building the community and building up our spaces. We think about how we can increase how we do things for one another and how we can increase the amount of input that we have as a people. We want to encourage people to go to the raw material to do manufacturing. We want to encourage people to do trade amongst one another. We want to encourage people to do all of these things. And that's what will build the ultimate space for us. So right here, Uhuru, Brother Bakir. So right here, let's take a look. I'm going to give you the best thing here. Okay, we get a little angle, something like that. Bam. Okay, anyway. All right, so let's say that first you want to sell something and you're in the Freedom Village, Freedom Labs, Freedom Nation, or let's just say it's two Freedom citizens that are in Detroit. Let's say they're not even here and they want to do an exchange. They have Freedom credits. Now, as a matter of fact, let's roll back a little bit more. Let's say that you come to the boot camp, and when you come to the boot camp, and you become a part of the Freedom Builders, then you get ranked, and we sit down and we start developing what we're going to do. Wait. I'm going to make you wait a little bit. Hold on. I got to show you something else. Let's switch the screen over real quick. I want to show you where this comes from. You come inside the Freedom Builders, and you want to actually do some work, right? You came in to build houses. You came in to build stores. You came in to do this and that. And we have a big issue because we're always suffering with finance, but we never break down what the finance is. If you want to build a new set of stores, if you want to build homes, everything else, you got to remember that 50% is material costs, 50% is labor costs, depending on the building methodology, right? Well, here's the labor issue. You want to build for yourself and you want your builders to build with you. You want a fair system. Right here is our actual planning structure. So this is Freedom Nation's actual planning structure. This one is just 2020 by itself. So just 2020, these are our high level project plans. And I know this sounds a little boring, but stick with me, guys, because I'm telling you what I'm about to show you is extremely powerful. It is live, and you will be able to go ahead and jump in within the next week or so, 2 weeks, because we are ready to rock and rumble, man. So we've been putting a lot of work into this. Now, we plan 2-year, 5-year, and 10-year spurts. That's how you plan if you're trying to build a city and not just trying to build something small for tomorrow. You know, we want to build something big. So we've got things like maintaining our funding, secure production, building projects, generating capital, expansion, increased comfort and service on the properties, and connectivity and automation, and large purchases. These are all our real 2020 projects, and this is our program management board that we have inside of Smartsheet that we've built for Freedom Village. Now, in here I highlighted some things that the Freedom Builders have to work on. For instance, Bowl and Pavilion is an actual restaurant that's being built inside Freedom Village now. Freedom Institute is something that we're building. That's a 57,000 square foot building that we're building now. I'm not talking dreams. I'm not talking imagination. We're doing this right now. Can you feel me? Can you hear me? Do you understand that I'm not just talking about, dreaming anything? I mean, get me.
Bruh.
Really? Okay. So signage at Freedom Village, permitted, already being built. Improvements to Freedom Labs main building, that's something that we're already doing. And then repairs to Freedom Labs workshop and storage areas. We have some storage areas outside that we're going to improve. This is all part of our 2020 goal to get done. We have dates of finish and everything else. So let's jump in a little bit deeper. Let's go into the Freedom Institute. Okay, we're going to click on the Freedom Institute. Now, this is all live. I'm not showing you smoke and mirrors here. Just remember that, okay? That's the actual Freedom Institute plan. That is us actually doing Freedom Institute. I'm going to cancel. Let's go back. Let's look at some prep work. So, secure production. This is our brick production for this year. We have our brick production goals, and this is the project to actually secure the production. Now, let's go to the sheet. Let's take a look at it. And in that project, we actually have set up in that project. If you notice, when we have the project, we set it up in our Freedom Labs applications. Okay. In our Freedom Lab application, I'm going to go here to projects. I could take it deeper than this, but I'm not. Because I really want to get to the app. I want to show that to you. Right. And then let's go ahead and look at come on, let's take a look at 2020 lumber sales, 2020 Freedom Institute, and there you go, 2020 brick production. So this project has a value. Now, you think that's a false value? You think that $2 million is false? No. This is an annual revenue of our brick production facilities. Right now, through our boot camps, because of the amount of crews that we have went from a set of investments of about collectively $400,000 to get to a point. And that includes the cost of our lands. That includes the cost of Freedom. And I say everybody's a Freedom citizen. Our lands, that includes the price of the labs. That includes the price of all of our travel, learning, knowledge, training, everything all together. We have spent $411,000, $500,000, around $500,000. And we have, out of that now, done several things that at current value, $635,000. And this is the latest one. Monday, our new equipment hits the ground. Monday. I'm so happy to say that. Monday, our equipment hits the ground at Freedom Labs, and we have done this project to prepare for that equipment there to produce 12,000 brick a day. 12,000 brick a day at $2 a pop, $24,000 a day. You do the math. It's a $2 million project. We're not blowing smoke up your behind. That's $2 million that goes back to the value of the village and the pockets of the Freedom builders who came through those boot camps. Oh, yeah, we working. Yeah, we start out intense, but that ain't where we ending up. So know that we working, man. We working. Let me flip back over so I can look at a couple of questions real quick if there are any more. Lashana Prati says, this is advanced. This is not boring. Thank you for saying it's not boring. You know, sometimes I get too techie and I think that I'm getting boring. So y'all got to tell me if I'm getting too techie, because the last thing I want to do is bore anybody. But I do want to let you know that this is functional, and I want you to see it. Transparency is so significant and important. If you're going to build the ideal community, it must be transparent. There can never be a question as to what we are doing. Everyone needs to be on the same page, and the only thing that should keep you from being involved is your own inhibitions. But us telling you what's going on, us showing you what's going on, and making it easy for you to involve yourself, totally, you should know. How can I invest into the village, my brother? Yes, Marv, wait a second. I'm coming to that. Please don't abandon me on this, because I'm telling you, matter of fact, on that point, I can guarantee I'll get there within 2 minutes. So go us in there. Check out wood chip pellets. We already doing that, Sister Monica. We just did that. You need to go check the page. We was burning wood chips and making methane from them the other day. We were making methane. We were making coal. We're making the wood chips. And we also got some other things that are a little bit more powerful than wood chips. You know, we use heart pine and other things like that in order to extract the sap and then capture crude oil and everything else. And we're starting an energy center at Freedom Village as well. So you might want to go check that out. But we're in it. We're in it. And I'm about to show you exactly how the gentleman Kent Hunt, who came to us with the energy projects, I'm going to show you exactly how he gets compensated for that, and how you can now bring your projects to Freedom Labs and get compensated the same to buy the things that you are really seeking to go out there and do. I got a much better way for you to invest in your businesses, and I got a much better way for you to get the outcomes you want. You want that big house? You want that nice life? You want everything? I'm going to show you 100% right now how you can do it with Freedom Credit. right now. An investment. Now, you talk about investing in Freedom Credit. What you are investing in is buying power. You're investing in increasing the buying power of the Freedom Credit so you can buy more things. That's what otherwise you'd have to liquidate any investment in order to do that anyway. So we're going to create wealth, but we're going to focus you on asset wealth so that you actually use the Freedom Credit to convert to assets so that you have things that stand tall. All right, let's jump back into it real quick. So the project, we put a value to the project. Once we put a project to the value to the project, we can use other tools. So we're agnostic in this way. We can use other tools. We decided to use Smartsheet, and we have our own Smartsheet set up. So we're agnostic in the sense that we don't have to be locked to just using the tools. We develop a lot of software, but we can focus all of our energy on developing the software that is going to move the ball forward instead of repeating things that people have already done well that we could take advantage of in the interim. So this here is Smartsheet. In Smartsheet, you'll see what we do is we lay out the project in detail. Very strenuous and strict project management concepts, okay? You come to Freedom Nation with a project, we are going to lay it out. It's going to have to be designed well. We're going to help you. We're going to do that. We're going to do the business plan with you. We're going to design it with you. We're going to think through outcomes, outputs with you. We're going to help develop your portfolio with you. We are with you. All that money that you would have spent on your startup trying to get out the box and do that thing that you want to do, that new energy manufacturing thing or whatever that you had that you want to do, we have those resources in-house. There's no reason you have to pay anybody for them. Just come work with us and we'll make it happen. Listen to what I'm saying. We'll make it happen. When Ken Hunt called me, the brother who did the wood chips and to methane, when he called me the day before I shot that video. He was trying to give me the spiel and the rundown. I said, brother, you can stop talking right now. If you have it and it works even at the smallest, most rudimentary scale, bring it to the lab. Let's do it. And then let's figure out what to do next. Right now, we're developing a project for how to build the energy center at Freedom Village. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. You need to bring your project. You're watching the YouTube videos. Go ahead and give it a shot. Try it. Bring it over here. Let's scale up. All right, from here and here, what we do is we then select all the parameters. We talk about, what each individual task is worth, blah, blah, blah. And then we basically assign it to the free folks. Free folks are the Freedom Builders. Now, free folks, we can also assign to, if I look inside here, we can assign the work out to administration, free folks, and we can also assign it to Freedom Makers and people who are in the village. So in the village, we have free folks. Those are Freedom Builders, and free folks who are Freedom Makers. Those are people like Kent who are doing wonderful projects and bring a table. And that wonderful project, by the way, can just be making soap. I don't want to dismay you about what it is. You're making soaps, you're making slippers, you're making foots and bootsies, you're doing whatever. As long as it has a value that gets us to a point of self-independence and self-sufficiency, fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it, right? And we'll think about how to distribute it back out. The entire ecosystem of Freedom Nation can only be purchased with Freedom Credit. Don't forget I said that. All right, now, once we click and assign it to free folks, it goes back out into our job system, and it assigns it a number in the job system. Now, here's where we jump back to the app, okay? Because once you get into the job system, I'm going to log into the app, but I'm not going to log in as myself. I'm going to log in as one of the free folk team captains who's given me permission to do this morning. So this is Dean. All right. Uh-oh, I messed up. So why is it complicated? I don't want to say it out loud, but it said his password. Like, let's see. Okay, I'm dyslexic, I guess. Hold on. Sorry to hold you guys up on that. I got to type slow now so I don't screw it up. I'm used to typing in my own password, not somebody else's. Okay, so Dean's giving us permission to do this. We are going to show you. This is Freedom Wallet. And like I said, there's a glare. Maybe I can take down the glare by turning down this just a little bit. Maybe that helps. Yeah, it helps somewhat. So, okay, we're gonna go with it. Okay, so we're as a matter of fact, I think. No, that didn't help. So, okay, either way, this is a Freedom Wallet app, active, in play, ready to go. Okay, it's out here right now. Now, remember the value of the Freedom Credit, and I'm going to open up the dashboard here. I'm going to open up the menu, and then I'm going to open up the crew jobs. Okay. Now, Remember this. Before I show you this beautiful screen, I want you to remember this. When you are in the space, remember, we are here to build the ideal community, the community of the future. I mean, you want to call it what you call it the future Wakanda, call it whatever you want, something like that. But just remember, we're here to do that. So it's the asset values that we create that increase the value of the currency and its buying power. The more assets create, the more stuff you have to buy with that currency, meaning housing, food, energy, everything. All of that stuff is available. So you've got a system created by us, an environment that we are doing for ourselves, and everything that we create is increasing the value of the currency that we are using amongst ourselves. And that digital currency is the Freedom Credit. Now, looking at the Freedom Wallet, oh, that came up a lot better. So looking at it here, this is the Alpha crew. So that's the crew there. Brother Bakir, you're on, that's your crew. And here are all the jobs that are available for that crew. Now, these are jobs that benefit them. Within here is even their own homes and how to build their own homes, right? Because we want to make sure that collective energy is spent the right way. So it takes more than one person to build your house. So you've got to compensate other people for the process of building your house. And then you have to then take that asset back from Freedom Village. It's the way we've done it just to make sure it's fair. So you put in the work, you get the credit, and then you just basically take the asset back based on credit alone, right? If Brother Kent comes in here and Brother Kent goes ahead and opens up the Freedom Village Energy, which we are, the energy center, then everything he produces and does, he's going to be charging batteries for our battery stations that run our distributed electric grid inside of the Freedom Village. This is real. I'm not joking, okay? And then on top of that, he's also not just charging those batteries, but he's also filling up propane tanks to ensure that cooking and heating can be done a lot easier inside the village based on waste wood products that we have from the lumber that we already cut. In order to clear out land, we've got to cut down trees, clear lumber, and then we cut and separate everything right now. That's what our Freedom Builders do. They get compensated for that work. When they get compensated at work, they compensate each other with Freedom Credit based on the value of the work in the system internally and the value of the work in the market. Right. So I'm not going to go all the way into that. I just want to show the fact that these jobs are here. They come from a stringent project management process. They show up inside here automatically. And once we come up with an idea to do something, now it's out there with the people, and the people then pick it up on their own. So in very agile methodology concepts, this is a work methodology. They are not told to do anything. No one is anybody's boss. Everybody's an independent person in the co-op, and they choose that they want to do things to build up the community. And they are compensated with their life goals by doing so. 100% for us, 100% by us, all the way through. All the way through, right? And I'll do a Trump on that. Amazing. Amazing. Right? So you got to give me, I got to get some love, some heart, some thumbs up for that. That was my Trump impression. Not easy. It's not easy. All right. So listen, they can pick up a crew job, which means a job that it takes 4 or 5 people in a crew or a family to do. And we have crews and families all over the entire world right now. We have people inside that are building themselves a crew of 150 in Nigeria. So we have Ahmed Edie building his Nguru crew, Nguru Freedom Nation crew. We got the Alpha One crew, the Beta crew, and we got a Charlie crew coming in October in the Freedom Builders. We have other people. So you can self-organize a group of individuals. And we have the ability to customize anything that we do. So if we build a project, we can customize it just for your group. So maybe it's just something your group wants to achieve in your locale. I want to build a garden in Detroit and have it part of the Freedom ecosystem. Okay, timed out. You build a garden in Detroit and it's part of the Freedom ecosystem. We can go in here, you build that family, you register in, and we can give you all the tools free of charge to manage that entire thing and get everybody rocking and rumbling. Now, that's just the beginning. Let me go a little bit deeper. I got to log in again. So let me log in again. And I know my voice is slowing down a little bit because I know that some of the concepts that I'm saying, when you're not having it in your hand, they can come off a little more complex. But I do want to show you that in the end, it's not about complexity. It's about making complexity into ease. And that's why we designed all of these different tools in order to make this happen. All right, let's single jobs. Okay, so now single jobs. Now let me go into his jobs. Now, under his jobs, you see, and you'll see different categories: finish late, finish on time, whatever. Now, accepted late is awesome. Everybody agrees, and you see Dean's wonderful face up there. You see his rank because he's a freedom builder that came through the boot camps. You see his leader score. You understand where he places, and a confidence score. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's talk about the confidence score real quick. So we go to implement projects. We're going to do things, real things, right now, because this is live. Our guys have this in their hand right now. Right now, we go to actually do things, and we want to know if the people that are doing them are going to actually be able to do it. Can we trust you to do what you say, right? Trust in the community is significant. It has to be there. But until now, it's been allegorical. It's been like, yeah, I trust you, I don't trust you. It's back and forth. Nobody, it's not really, I think I can take this down a lot, and maybe that'll actually help it. Right, yeah, there you go. So it's allegorical. And the problem with saying that trust is allegorical, it's based on a feeling. Somebody did something for me, and I feel like I can trust him. This is some person who's blood relative to me. I feel like I can trust him. And we are involving ourselves in projects and stuff without knowing if we can trust or not trust the people that we engage with. Not in this system. In this system, trust is reduced to a confidence score. Yeah, we took gameplay methodology and made it real for building the community of the future, for building our cities of the future, right? And you use your cell phone, your smartphone as your interface, and the real world as the other interface, right? So let's go back. I'm going to go back a little bit before I go any further. What type of industrial automation do you plan to integration into FN? Oh, man, we plan to go really far. Just really hit that really quick. Isaac, 2040, we have a goal of 100% automation on all tasks that can be possibly automated. And 2030, we have a goal for 95% of all production to be done in Freedom Village. That means everything from small engines, diesel engines, electric engines, from everything. Now you think about, put those plans together. 2020 is pulling all the key people in and giving us a physical space. That's why we're creating Freedom Village. Freedom Village is there, and we're building Freedom Institute for it's 23 houses in one and a big space. And then we're expanding out Freedom Village to have 2.5 million square feet worth of real estate. That's why we focus. We went stage by stage all the way to there. But now, if you get to the point where now you're making all your stuff, I mean everything. You're doing the rubber, the copper, you're doing the steel, the everything, all that kind of stuff. If you're doing that, and then you go to automation, now you automate entire delivery lines. So I can automate the access of raw materials all the way to the production of buildings and everything else. Right? And 2040 is our goal, because 2040, what we want to do is we want to be able to sit at Freedom Village in Georgia at our command center, people, us, and deploy a solution around the world as we see fit with our own money, without asking for a single dime, and build entire communities of production. Yeah, that's a real goal. This is the path. You're watching it come into reality right now. This is one of the keys, because this app provides autonomy and inclusion for everybody. Everybody can be involved. Everybody can work on their own pace. Everybody chooses their level of involvement. Right now, I want you to pay attention to the accepted late button right there. I got 2 accepted jobs, 1 accepted late. Accepted late gives you a half point. Accepted on time gives you a full point. Fail gives you 0. That then is weighted towards the average of jobs and then put into a percentage. That percentage up there for Dean shows how much you can trust him to actually make sure the job is done on time. Trust in a number, a single number. And it's better than that. It's better than that. It's more awesome than that. When you go to look at it, if you want to know the people that you should work with in the community, click the leaderboard. This is not a game, y'all. This is real. This is active. Those numbers are driven by real projects. I don't know if you saw Dean's board. Let's go to it. Let's look at his My Jobs board. In his My Jobs board, you got 500 bricks, 500 bricks. So this man created 1,000 bricks. He did one on time, one off time. He placed dirt on the ground, dug it out of the ground at the Freedom Labs, and actually start building something. So live, actual things are being done, and those live, actual things are creating value. And I got to go a little bit deeper. Like I said, I'm a little techie. For those of you all think this is boring, I'm sorry. This is the meat, man. This is the meat. I'm going to do a quick, like, nice, pretty one later on. But for right now, I'm going to do, a little more detail. I want those who have an appreciation for complexity to be really able to get into it, right? So in the app right now, I'm so emphasizing that because there's so many people talking. Really, like right now, I'm telling you, it's so important for me to emphasize that I'm not just joking, but I'm talking about literally something that we're doing now. I got the sound thing. I got to use it. I'm sorry. I apologize to all those I've offended. So this is in the app. You go in and you are earning credit. So that credit that Dean has is earned by transactions that he's had with other people, but it's also earned by the actual work that he's done. And this work has helped to build the Freedom Nation, the Freedom Village up. The Freedom Nation, the Freedom Village, by the way, legally is not owned by anybody. It is literally owned by the people who own the Freedom Credit. So by being a citizen, by being involved, these assets are yours. I have literally really wanted to do this my whole life. It's one thing to talk about a collective space. It's one thing to talk about whatever. It's one thing to say, hey, you put in your money. You collect. No, put in your work, put in your product, put in your intelligence. And if you want, we have a buyer classification. If all you want to do is just put in your money, you can do that too. Buy the credit. Buy credit. Buy credit. The buy system will be up in 2 weeks. You'll be able to buy credit, fund your wallet, and then increase that credit in value as that. Now, it's not for cashing out into U.S. currency or any other currency. It's for utilizing as a buying credit, and the buying power increases inside of the system. So that means you can buy from other people inside the Freedom, other Freedom citizens. You can buy from the Freedom Nation itself, from the inventory bank, which controls the credit. You can do all of that, right? So let's take a look. Now, like I said, he has his rank. He has everything else. He has the jobs. He's created value. His crew also can be analyzed in the same way. His crew has created value. The collection of people on that crew. So he's got 4 guys on his crew. This is their collective confidence score. This is their collective. So now I know if I ask that crew to do something, and then what you don't see is the magic sauce. So when we created this, and I'm going to pull out 1 second. I'm going to go big screen because I just realized that I'm still here. As a matter of fact, it's great, actually. Okay, so since we're still looking over here at the actual project, know that when we created this, we looked and create requirements for the individuals. So we want people with a certain amount of experience, a certain skill level, and we classify the work with a certain level of difficulty and a certain amount of hours to complete it and an actual delivery date, and the amount of confidence score required for them to do the job. Now, here's the job. Identify a source for dirt, right? So material selection for our bricks, 50% confidence score. If you mess up, it won't hurt us so bad. We can come back. We can repair, right? So we adjust the confidence score, and here is the coolest thing that you've ever seen in the world. If you don't have the confidence score, if you don't have the experience points, if you don't have the skill to do something, it won't show up. It won't show up. That means the community never has to backlash you. The system does. If you don't do things in an honest way, if you don't actually show up and actually do the things you say you're going to do, the system will ding you and it will restrict things of significance from you automatically. Automatically. Isn't that great? No more arguing, no more saying who did what, didn't do what, whatever. No. The system is built in such a way that it says our community must be built by the people who have the highest level of confidence in, that do what they say, that have taken time to build their skill, that have taken time to increase how much work they've done for us and for themselves. And then the system automatically figures it out. And when you open up this board, this is the only way you can accept that work to build the community of the future. Now, you tell me that's not awesome. We put a lot of work into this, y'all. Not a little bit, a lot. And here, I can tell you it's even better. So if I go in and I say, I want to do this job, right, this details, it'll come up with a video, shows me the job information. I can map my direction to it. And we're cleaning up some interface stuff right now. But I can map my direction to it, know exactly where. So even if I'm not in the Freedom Village, not in the Freedom Nation, and I want to be in the app and I'm qualified to do something, all I got to do is accept the job, hit that, go do it. Even if I only do it on the weekend, Saturday. Don't ask about volunteering for the Freedom Nation, Freedom Lab, Freedom Village at all. You want to build value? Go ahead. Just open up the app and start building value. You make up your own decisions, you schedule your own time, and you can ensure at all times it is synced with the project to get things done and take us over the finish line. I'm proud to say that I believe in my heart that we have never had this level of organization and this level of a system to allow us to build the cities of the future for ourselves. It is a very special day. And those of you who can understand the actual value of what this brings and what it is, you'll understand the need to get in as soon as possible. You want to get in, you want to start calling us, talking to us about your projects. You want to start bringing things to the table and everything else. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper here because I want to show you that the system didn't stop there. It's not just about making sure that we get the work that makes us the best. It's also about you using that credit to build the life you want to live. I keep having a problem logging in as this guy. I keep forgetting his login. That's good, though, because I don't remember people's login passwords. So let's jump back in. I'm going to go full screen on here because I'm going to take off from that screen. I'm going to go on this level. All right, so I want to take you to something else. Let's go deeper. Now you got the credit. You've earned it from the jobs, right? You've got it in there. What do you do with it? What do you do with it? Now, let's say that you're in Chicago or at Freedom Village, and there's another person in another store that wants to sell his things because he wants to sell for credit. He knows that if he sells a certain percentage of what's in his store for credit, I'm slowing down. Sorry about the technical portion of this. Wow. So he knows if he sells for credit. I'm looking at my connection speed, and I got a red light over here. It's coming yellow, so I think there's some things happening in my area. So bear with me. I apologize. I apologize for the slowdowns and the skips and the hops. So he knows that he wants to sell credits. Now, you got a store right now, today. Today you have a store. And you want to make it so that some people can come and give you Freedom Credit. Why? Because you set up a savings account. Let's set up a savings account. Oh, did you see that? I don't know if you saw it. I think it was skipping a little bit, so I want to make sure you see it. Let's set up a savings account right now. You got a little store somewhere. You just started a little business. You got something. Now, you still living in the world, so you still need to earn regular cash. You got to think. Better yet, let's say you got a full-time job, and you start making furniture on the weekend, or you start doing soap, or whatever the heck you do. Whatever. Anything that brings value to the people. And who's determining that value, by the way? The people will determine the value. Watch. The people will determine the value. And when you want to do it in your own community, you say, I'm going to sell you bread. Okay. All they got to do is go to the app. They enter it in. Here's my amount. I'm going to take $5 from him, and I'm going to give $5 back. Right? I'm going to put in my username because that's how he'll find me. Confirm the send. It'll find me. All right? And then let me tell you how it found me, by the way. Let me tell you what that is. freedomnation.me/apply. 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 Somebody type it in for them, babe, because just in case somebody didn't know, please type it in inside the comments. My hands are both occupied. Freedom Nation. That one is not, but I can't really type with the left hand that well. freedomnation.me/apply. That's how you get in here. Automatically. You become a citizen the minute you push OK. And once you become a citizen, someone can find you and start sending this to you immediately. It's all integrated. Everything we do is completely integrated, down to the sensors inside the gardens. It's all integrated. Okay? So now, if found Farouk Hunter, I'm going to send the funds. The funds are sent. You look inside my activity log. There it goes. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of red. It's red. But I just sent out 5 credits. That is, my friends, peer-to-peer exchange for actual purchases. Peer-to-peer exchange for actual purchase. Done. It's in there. Now let's say you want to go a little deeper. Let's say that you want to provide a product But you don't necessarily want to do delivery, management, branding, all those other things that should go to because we don't want people just to pick up crappy projects from one another. We want people to pick up beautiful things from one another. Well, we have a general store. In that general store, we do two things. We go out and we purchase things from the world. So the investors, like myself, I'm an investor in the Freedom Village. And the way I invest is I buy things for the Freedom Village and sell them back for credits to people in the Freedom Village. That's how I invest now. I buy things for the Freedom Village and I sell them back to people in the Freedom Village for credit. That's my investment. I can then use that credit to buy my house. So if I also want a big purchase, here we go. I'm going to set up a savings plan, right? I got all kinds of things. I got trips in the savings plan. I got everything. We've done all of these things. The Inventory Bank provides any services you see in the savings plan. One of them is, there you go, 0% financing on your own home. Sign up. Done. Look at that. Look at what just happened. I got a savings plan right there. So I'm actually saving up towards a real asset with this, a real thing, for real. Now I'm going to go ahead and click into it. And I got this wonderful slider that lets me start adding funds to that savings account. As I add it, it deduces it from my wallet. It also tells me my average payoff date based on my amount of payments. So I'll know my payment date. I let it time out again. So like I said, this is an early beta, which means we're about to release the beta to a select group of individuals. We already did, actually. But we're doing it what we call UAT, which is user application testing. We want the users to actually tell us what's wrong with the applications before we release it out full blown. Okay, so now I've got my savings plan. I'm going to put a little money in the savings plan, okay? I hope I can keep this serious. So I'm going to put just like, it won't let me add more credits than I have, right? But I can add credits to the savings plan, and it gives me a goal, right? Exactly how much I'm saving for. And I'm just going to put in 20 and make a payment. Okay, payment's just been recorded. And I got a balance of 20 inside there. So now I'm saving up towards my house. I know that sounds silly, but what backs that up? It backs it up that the Freedom Village is real. It backs up that we're really building. It backs up that you've actually seen real brick. It backs up that you know that we're actually doing these things and you can buy with this credit. So right now you can start using this wallet in your community today. You can start engaging in projects that improve your community, that therefore make more assets for the community at large, and that will earn credit. Once it earns credit, you can start selling things to people for that credit, and you can start earning things like buying your own house. You can also go a little deeper than that. Buy your own house, take big trips. Those are big purchases. Savings programs required for that. But what about just the everyday? Let me hit the general store button. Okay, I'm hitting general store. And I don't know if I want to take you through the experience on the phone or the experience on the internet, but the general store is that way. Like I said, we invest in products in the general store. Also, we allow people to sell directly to the general store. So the general store is a unique mechanism. If you're making something today and you don't want to go through, you don't know where the buyers are. So let's say most of the buyers are always going to be in Freedom Village. And, well, I don't think so, actually. I think it'll be way bigger than that. But you want to sell stuff to the Freedom Villagers right now. Then send the product to the general store. We'll make sure it's the best quality, everything else, and then we'll sell it through the general store, because what we've also done, we took several steps ahead. We created a payment gateway for the Freedom Credit inside of this general store. And that payment gateway is open to anyone who wants to open an online store. Work with us to open your online store, and we'll make it so that you can accept Freedom Credit for anything in the online store. You'll still be able to set credit cards, this and that, whatever, but you'll be able to accept Freedom Credit. This is done. This is live. This is now. We're active. Man, I can't tell you. This is exciting. Exciting. Are y'all excited? Tell me if you're excited. Tell me if you get what I'm saying and you understand what's going on. Don't give me crickets, put out there. Now, Sister Jeanette says, I absolutely love it. Didn't you have had to leave? I'm back again. Okay, well, that's not. Good to see you again, LaShante. Okay. We got a lot of good mornings, but you guys, no crickets, man. Get over the crickets. I want to actually hear if this is something of value to you, if you understand exactly what this means. Give me a serious one. Please, come on.
Bruh.
Come on, give me one. Tell me the value of this to you. And by the way, I'm interested in sounds. If y'all don't like these sounds, y'all say, man, dude, next time you get online, do not use them darn sounds, or else I'm just gonna claim it a total victory. Anyway, so that's killing it. That's overkill. So this is, like I said, the food store. Now, these pictures aren't fake. These pictures were taken right here at Freedom Labs from our food stores. We keep 2 years food stores at Freedom Labs. I didn't put that out too much, but we keep it. These pictures are right here. This food is grown here. This is right here. You can order it today using Freedom Credit. It's so deep that those hands right there, that's my mama's hands. I'm a picture that a good brother, Tafari, took, and that's my mom's hands, okay? So you can actually, I'm not going to complete an actual purchase here, but I'm going to tell you that it's available there, and plus I'm going to switch over a little bit so we can go inside here, and I'm going to go from this screen to... me myself, I'm trying to. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting things because my brain is just so occupied. And to be quite honest with you, without sounding like I'm being false or anything, I really am excited. You know, I told our one of our senior elders, Mukhtar Jugger, who runs our technology pillar. We have 5 pillars here that are key to the development of the Freedom Nation. But he runs our technology pillar. And I told him, I said, man, holding this in my hand is so powerful. It feels so great knowing that this is active, that we can do this. Now we can engage people. We can start having the conversations. They have an interface to interface with all the concepts and everything very easily through the app that's there. So this is real. By the way, that's my bread. It was taken. If I can show you my desk, it was taken right here. We staged that shot here. I made that pasta. I put my stuff up there because I'm just, I like to cook, that my spaghetti, you know what I'm saying? My chicken sausage. My chicken sausage is good. You see, that's Freedom Farms chicken sausage. Okay? All this stuff is real right now. I just want to show you something real quick so you can see it. I want you to actually be able to see the ability to make this purchase, because I want you to know that this is not us talking. It's not something in the future. It's not something we're dreaming about doing. It's something that's done, right? So semolina, we make some great breads and some other things with semolina. We're going to add just, 1 ounce of semolina to the cart. Here's in our cart, okay? And while this is doing, like I said, I just want you to know that this is there. We created this for the techies in the room. We created a payment gateway for Magento and a payment gateway for WooCommerce. So you don't necessarily have to come through us in order to use the payment gateway for the Freedom Credit. Just ask us by email or whatever. We'll send you the links, and we'll also help you, install it into your thing. It won't take away from anything you're doing today. So if you have a system online and you can deliver, you have e-commerce, we can go ahead and set you up to accept Freedom Credit on your store now. If you don't have a store, we can help you set up the store too. That's something you should think about. All right, let's proceed to checkout. And then let's go in. We want to order semolina, okay? This is stuff we need in my house. I need me some flour. I need some tomatoes. I need good food. By the way, General Store, as far as the food section, we're trying our best to focus on doing same-day delivery to as many communities as possible that other folks don't deliver to. All this talk about Amazon and everything and what they do, they don't deliver to our black communities. They don't. They deliver to maybe some of the most upbeat, upscale ones. But when you talk about ones that even just middle class black communities, they're afraid to go in there. All of a sudden, when you put your zip code in and your address, you're going to find they won't give you same-day delivery from Whole Foods in those places. And the same-day delivery from Publix, it doesn't count to you even when the Publix is right around the daggone corner. It's crazy, but it's real. You can get some Amazon Now type stuff to your house, but there are a lot of communities that are being created as food deserts and being left out of the advancement of same-day delivery of groceries to their home. So we're going to start that service as well, and our drivers are going to be paid in a mixture between getting paid for the delivery in cash by those who they deliver to, and that. Now, that's a whole nother conversation. Go into it too much. But here, let me go ahead and fill this out. I'm just going to put this in there. It's going to work up my totals and my shipping totals based on my address, flat rate for the now. And what is it asking for? It wants for my email. Okay. All right. So we're going to go in past this screen and, it's a tiered checkout system. All right. We check out and bada bing. This is what I want to show you the most. What I want to show you is that thing that is on that phone is actually on this system too. You can actually pay with Freedom Credits. What do you need? You'll need a username, password, and your PIN in order to place that order. I'm not going to put all that in, right? Because anybody listen to my keys, all my stuff. No, don't do that. No, I'll be more secure than that because my brother will kill me. He'll tell me, "How did you let the mites out?" And then I'll feel bad. So instead, I'll let you fill out your application at freedomnation.me/apply so that you can become part of the system. Everything's on the table, y'all. All the options are out there. It's all automated. It's in your hands. We are building the future cities for the underserved people in our space. I happen to be an African American. I happen to be a Muslim. So I particularly want people from my background who I know have been underserved to succeed. I want our folks to succeed because I know we've been left out the loop for too long. And now, right now, witness this moment as a historical moment. You are witnessing the ability. You are witnessing the ability for you to be able by yourself, 100%, just you, not, I got to make it clear because some of you will get me, some of you won't. Not that guy. Not having to see Abraham, not having to see George, not seeing those people. We are powerful. And now we have a system that allows us to take that power and translate it into building communities for ourselves. This is the Freedom Nation, y'all. This is what we've been working so hard to build. This is what we've been sitting here not sleeping at night doing. This is what we've been doing, man. And it's here. It's ready. It's now. And I just so proud to tell you that. And so proud to tell you that my time has been spent doing this. Ibrahim Coven, I love the level of thought and organization. I pray that people take it as a model for a solution to our problems. And Ibrahim has already signed up for our October boot camp. He'll be one of these free folks listed inside the leaderboards in the app. And he'll get a complete layout on how to utilize these tools. And with inside the boot camp, how to actually use these tools to survive even during the boot camp. We translate everything. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's go. I'm going to log in here one more time. And then we're going to start die down because it's Friday. And, of course, I got to get ready for services and stuff. All right. So, to reiterate again, I just want to let you know, right? This is real. This is real. I said it loud. I'm going to say it light. I'm going to say it in between. This is real. This is real. All right. This is open for you. I need you to go to freedomnation.me/apply and apply. You put yourself in as, we're not turning anybody down. Put yourself in as a citizen so we can help you. We can help you decide, am I a builder? Am I a maker? Am I a buyer? Am I a builder? Am I a maker? Am I a buyer? And once you figure one of those three out, then we'll show you how to engage immediately. We'll set up your login, your password, and you'll put in your PIN to then go out there and start using this system immediately. If you have a big project you want to do for your community and whatever, you are never alone with the services to make that well anymore. Just engage us. Our project management services are free. We're project managers for multi-billion-dollar companies, man. That's how we took the money from there to do this. They trust us to do that for their companies, to set up billions of dollars of assets as project managers. We can do it with you too. So we're now giving that to you for free. Our design services are free. For anyone serious, our organization services are free. And use of the app is free. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of services free to anybody who's serious and ready to engage. And that is our only restriction. You got to be serious. To come to the Freedom Village, you need an invitation. And our question to you is, what have you done in order to deserve it? For us to take our time and energy with you, you need to do so by invitation. You come, you show, we talk once. Then we send you an actual invitation. Come, work, let's do something together. You need to be in a position where you can do that. So I'm telling you right now, if you're engaged in something, let's talk now. If you are not engaged in something and all this just sounds good, time to get busy. Don't wait till you got $1 million. You want to start a business building some like new age car or something like that? Then I need you to start just welding and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to start over again.